Okay guys, here's my second attempt at making a video for you here. This one's going to be on defense. So defense is when the other team has the ball and they are attacking at us. Okay, so first of all, I'd like to talk about our defensive home positions. We talked about serve receive. Once the ball is served over the net, we'll play it back to the other team. When they have the ball, we need to move to our defensive home positions. So on the left, we will have our power. In the middle, of course, will be one of our middles, and on the right will be our right side. Okay, so in the front row, depending on which position you're playing, you always switch to make sure that you're in your position. If you're a power, you're on the left. If you're a middle, you're in the middle. If you're a right side, you're on the right. In the back row, we do the same thing, but a little bit differently. The setter will always go to the right tee. Okay. The middle in the back row will always play on the left tee, and the power will play middle back. Okay. So these are our defensive home positions. This is where you need to get while the ball is in play on the other side of the court. Okay. So you need to get here early. And then from here, once they set the ball, we'll see where it goes, and then we'll adjust to the attack. So what that will look like, for example, is here. If we, on the left here, if we have an attack coming from the left-hand side of our court, we need to have our middle move to the left and line up with the power. So those two guys, the power and the middle, right here, will be blocking. This middle in the back row will move back and dig down the line. Our power will swing to the right and dig the deep cross-court shots. Our setter will stay. Our right side will move in and dig up any tips or things like that that are short in the middle. So if this all works, the block should create this shadow. They should take away this area of the court for hard hits right here. So in theory, if our block is good, these two guys here are blocking, so they should take away this area of the court. There should be no hard driven balls here because they should block it. If the person hits down the line, our middle should be able to dig them. If the person hits deep cross court, our power should be able to cover this area. If they hit hard cross court, our setter can dig in this area. And if they tip or anything like that in here, our right side can move in and dig the ball. So that's an attack from the left side. And I will just clean it up a little bit down here. So attack from the left, should be a power and a middle blocking there. Our middle defender should move back, our power should swing to the right. Our setter should stay where they are, and our right side should move inside. Okay, so that's our perimeter defense for attack from the left side. Now, what happens if we have an attack coming from the middle? Okay, so often people don't usually attack coming straight in the middle. They'll usually come on a bit of an angle from one side or another, but either way it's an attack in the middle. For now we're going to start with just a single blocker. So this middle blocker will stay here and block. Both the guys in the front row will move in a little bit and off the net. They will be ready to take any kind of tips or anything like that that falls in this area of the court. Then our middle will just move in and off a little bit from the left tee. Our setter will do the same. And our power has to then decide, do I go to the left or do I go to the right? So if the hitter takes this type of an approach, okay, we want to go in the direction of the hitter, so we have our power swing over here. And if they were to take this direction of an approach, then we would want our middle to swing over here. So This one will have to change a little bit depending on the situation. And also we always want to be able to read what's happening and react to that. So that's what it should look like for a middle attack. I'll just rewrite that out. So for a middle attack, our right side comes in and gets any kind of tips around and short behind the middle. Our power does the same. Our middle in the back row will just pull off and in a bit. Our setter will come off and in, and our power will have to choose which direction to go. Okay. Now, the third possibility is the attack coming from our right side. And this is very much like an attack coming from the left side, but just switched. So our middle will come out, and we'll have a double block here. Our power will come off and in. They'll dig inside and get the short stuff. Our setter, the person who's digging down line, should move back. Our middle will stay on the left tee, and our power should swing to the left. So in theory, these two guys in the front row should create this shadow behind the block. Okay. So they should be able to block away the attackers from hitting any hard driven balls in the blue area. And then our power will dig the cross court. So our power will dig the shot that comes cross court but outside of the block. Our middle will dig the hard cross-court shot, and any kind of tips or things like that that land inside will be picked up by the power or by the setter over here. And of course our setter takes the hard-driven ball down the line. So that's what our defensive positions should look like. I'll just fix up this last one here. Attack is coming from the right, our middle moves out to block. Our setter moves back to dig down the line. Power swings to the left. This middle stays and digs on the tee, and this power comes in to pick up any kind of tips and junk. So that's what it should look like. I hope that this will help you a little bit, and we'll be practicing this again, of course, on the court in the gym. So check it out, and if you have any questions, make sure you ask me. Or if you're in a practice and you don't understand, go back and check out this video. See you soon. Bye-bye.